Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Mark Curtis along with Caribe Devine. The weather hitting across the state today with the fourth storm over the last 10 days.
Yeah, we have complete team coverage for you right now. Lindsay just updated her forecast. Jonathan is tracking the rain. But first, let's head up to Flagstaff with Rachel Cole.
Hey, good evening to you, Mark and Caribe. It has just been coming down for hours upon hours, and it's actually causing quite a bit of delays and closures in and around the area. So I-40 just behind us here up in Flagstaff closed eastbound between SR 95 and Ash Fork. Also note stretches of the 89 are closed specifically between Flagstaff and Sedona. So keep that in mind if you're planning to hit the road, but also be mindful. You're advised not to travel today, not even into the early hours of tomorrow, because that's how long this fourth round of storms is going to last. We've been keeping up with NWS Flagstaff, so we're keeping track of what they're recommending, and surface streets even in town starting to just get smothered. I mean, if you even move your vehicle, the parking spot is gone, not because another car parked there, but because it's just coating the ground and the inches are really starting to stack up. So people were few and far between to come by, but we did find a guy who's lived in Flag for about 7 years, and he caught our eye because he was on skis on those very surface streets, not on the slopes. Here he is.
I like to call this backyard skiing. A lot of people like backcountry skiing. This is backyard skiing. And then when it's time to go downhill, I take the skins off and then do some downhill time.
Yeah, a little bit more from that character later on tonight on 12 News. But again, ADOT recommending you don't drive. There are some mandatory cars out on the road. That's everything from city buses to the UPS drivers. We saw U.S. postal workers working very hard today, regardless of the conditions. So if you don't have to drive, definitely stay off the roads, but also double check the 12 News Facebook page and the 12 News website for all of those closures, as there are far more than just parts of the I-40 and, of course, the 89 that we've already mentioned. So keep tabs on those, and we'll have more details coming up for you tonight on 12 News at 6. We're live in Flagstaff. Rachel Cole, 12 News.
Rachel, thanks. Well, it looks beautiful for sure, but it is treacherous on the road. So if you don't have to drive on this, stay away from it and just watch 12 News.
Yeah, and it's not just Flagstaff. We have storm warnings in effect from Sedona to the Grand Canyon. Right now, I-40 shutting down from the California border to Ash Fork. Now, taking a look right now at the Arizona Snow Bowl, this is some great news for skiers. After this storm, the resort is estimated to have over 300 inches of snowfall just this season.
That's awesome. Let's give you a live look from the train depot up in Flagstaff. More snow is coming tonight. Temperatures expected to be below freezing, so that will likely create icy conditions and maybe black ice. So again, be very careful out there. Things are getting cooler here over the past half hour or so. Temperatures have dropped down to the 60-degree mark.
Yeah, and it is getting wet outside. Our Jonathan McCall continues our team coverage live from North Phoenix. How's it looking there, Jonathan?
Mark Caribe, good evening. You know what? We've been inside of the 12 News weather tracker, photographer Rich Prang and I monitoring the streets over the last 90 minutes or so. Things pretty smooth considering the wet weather that has been falling around the area. We've not seen a whole lot of impacts or major crashes as a result of the weather. As you can see behind me right here along 19th Avenue. Folks still moving along at a pretty good clip, but obviously the big news, if you are going to be out and about, make sure you do take it a little bit safely on the streets. Make sure that you don't speed, especially because of the slick streets right now, and because of everything that is happening. You don't want to get yourself into any crashes. We have seen a number of ambulances out here on the streets, but unaware of exactly if they're going to any other crashes or any other calls. But right now, since we've been monitoring the roads, no major impacts that we have at least been seeing, and we're actually getting quite a little bit of a break from the rain. We actually saw some heavy downpours as we were driving up north on I-17 this afternoon, but right now we're getting a little bit of a break. But things, as Lindsay is expected to tell you, are expected to pick back up very shortly. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.